UFC 316. This is Sean Omalley versus Merab in the main event. This is the rematch. This is number 2. This is held in New Jersey. Fun fact: this is the same location, same venue as I heard that when Merab took O'Malley's jacket. Apparently. O'Malley went to go hand it, he was in the octagon talking shit to Aljo after, this was the tee up for the title fight or whatever. I went to go, Sugar took off his jacket, went to hand it to someone, pretty funny. Merab was behind him, took the jacket. O'Malley accidentally gave Merab the jacket, and it's pretty funny. But it's at the same venue. We got a good card here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a few finishes on the card. I predict that there's going to be quite a few finishes on the card. I think that there will be at least 50% of these fights out of the 13 fights. Let's all, a little bit more. So probably about 6. Let's say 6 or 5, less than half. All right, let's go. First fight of the night, Khaos Williams takes on Andreas Gustafsson. Now, Andreas Gustafsson was supposed to fight last weekend. Had a couple of opponents pull out. I truly believe that I had Trevin Giles knocking this guy out last weekend, and he knocked himself out somehow. That's pretty funny. I don't understand. Fell off the scales. He was trying to make weight. The guy was literally a couch potato, came off the couch. Something in his brain, and something mentally was telling him, I'm taking this fight. I can knock this guy out. And I can see it. I can see it. This Andreas Gustafsson guy, go watch his last fight. He got chinned at the end of the first round. I know, I get it. He's Bane, whatever. He takes shots. I don't like that. I don't like that in the year 2025. It's just, what are we doing? This guy's title fight's just going to be a win in the UFC. He either wins this one, or he'll lose this one and then win the next one, or just go on like a streak where he's losing and then get a win, and then that's it. You'll never hear from him in the UFC ever again. And he's taking on Khaos Williams. Khaos Williams, is in the interim real estate agent now, but yet he's got hands. So this is the fight. This is the fight right here. You've got a guy in Andreas Gustafsson, padded record. On the opposite side, you've got a guy that's Khaos Williams, does real estate on the interim. So he's not really taking it. Is he taking it seriously? I don't know. He's got straight striking down the middle. Good power. He's known for his power with his hands. And he strikes mid takedown defense. Obviously, Andreas is going to want to really get in his face. And I truly believe that's not it. I'm going to say it's not going to work. I'm going to say Khaos Williams is just going to be a little bit more smart in this fight. I think he's got a little bit more IQ. Andreas Gustafsson, yeah, whatever. He's just like that guy that's just like, I don't know, he just comes out of nowhere, like out of a gym. He's that guy. It's like, yeah, sweet. And whatever. He'll get maybe, as I said, his win in the UFC is probably going to be he'll get a win and then he'll be he's that guy. He'll just get one win. He's almost like a blood diamond. And sad to hear, oh well, blood diamond, whatever. Anyway, I don't know. Hey, good on them. They got there, sweet. But we're looking, and out of these two, Khaos Williams, I've got Khaos Williams, and I've got Khaos Williams probably second round KO, second or third. Moving on up the card to the second fight of the night in the prelims, we've got Marquel Medeiros fighting Mark Chwinski. Now, Mark Chwinski, a bit more of a grappler. He's 8-0, and this is at lightweight. So, Marquel Medeiros, he's very good, well-rounded. He's just good at everything, kind of. He's like that. He's decent at everything. He's not really good at everything. He's decent. He's like that. He's a good prospect. You put that. He's a good prospect. You got Mark Chwinski. He's going to want to come down. He's just going to want to take it to the ground again. With this one, he's going to want to take it to the ground. And I'm going to go with Marquel Medeiros. I think Marquel Medeiros will keep it on the feet. He doesn't have amazing boxing. He's kind of got like a Trevin Giles type striking where he, keeps his hands low. Just coming to mind that fight, as we were just talking about. Marquel Medeiros 10-1. He's not too bad. He's one of the better. I feel like he's one of the kind of more type. All right prospects. He's got potential. But but he's not. Out of these two fights, the 8-0, it wasn't impressing me. I was watching some of his fights, just wasn't impressing. Wasn't impressing at all. His striking kind of sucks. And then when, I don't know. I just feel like, the guy that's the more well-rounded guy here is going to take the win. That's Marquel Medeiros. And give me Marquel Medeiros on decision. I think he's going to take a decision. Moving on up the card. We have Quillian Salkild versus Yanil Ashmouz. Now, one thing to say about Yanil Ashmouz, yes, he has that strength. He's got that body type where if he grabs a hold of you, he would be strong as strong as fuck. Fighting out of Israel. He's fighting one of our boys, Quillian Salkild. Well, he's fighting an Aussie. Quillian Salkild, again, very well-rounded, but he's got more of that. I feel what is going to shine in this fight is basically Quillian's striking on the feet with his hands now, or obviously the well-rounded striking base he has. It's going to shine with his hands here because Yanil Ashmouz, he's very just this guy that'll throw a 1-2 and then he's waiting. He's never just one, or he's a really powerful jab or just a really powerful overhand. Yeah, he's got a good overhand, but then he wants it to the ground. What's he gonna do if he can't? He's just gonna sit there like a bag of meat and just gas out and just get peppered for 3 rounds. And that's what I think is gonna happen here. I feel like Quillian Salkild is just gonna pepper this guy, JDM style basically. That's how I see it. He's got that kind of JDM type style. Striking with his hands, so that boxing style. So give me Quillian Salkild, and give me Quillian on decision. And it's gonna be. I think Ashmouz is he's gonna get pieced up on the feet. I think he's gonna get peppered in the face for 3 rounds. He might have some success in the first, but Quillian's I reckon he's gonna be well diverse. He's gonna be very versatile. He's going to be very Quillian's hard to kill. You can kind of tell. Anyway, give me Quillian Salkild decision. Moving on up the card, we have the light heavyweights going at it. We have Azamat Murzakanov versus Brenson Ribeiro. Now, Brenson Ribeiro, he's he's not that great. He's not that great. I don't see him being in the top 15. I don't see him ever being in the top 15. But yet, on the other hand, with this Azamat Murzakanov, I can see him being in the top 15. I can. Oh, he's okay. There you go, 12th. He's just slipped on in there. He's done it. Well, I've got Azamat. I got Azamat by first round KO, and I'll tell you why. The grappling is not gonna. Brenson Ribeiro is not gonna do anything to this nugget Azamat. He's not going to do anything to him on the ground. He's not doing anything. Even if it goes to the ground, if Azamat wants it to the ground, he's not even going to need to. I would not think so. Azamat is the kind of guy to have that just unique special ability to kind of go for a single leg, throw an overhand up, and just connect instantly. He's like that short man, stubby syndrome, but he's a beast. Azamat's a beast. And Brenson Ribeiro is going to have a hard time. He's going to have a long night too. Give me Azamat, first round KO or second. Azamat first or second round KO. Brenson Ribeiro, sorry man, I don't know. You're just not he's an on and off guy. He'll get minced and then he'll have a good win, but he's not that of Azamat. He's not up there. He's not that type of style. Anyway, I learned something too. Azamat, first or second round KO. Moving on up the card. Yoo Joo Sang versus Jeka Sangarai. Hope I'm saying that right. This is in the featherweight division, right? Yoo Joo Sang special. He's a striker, but he's got very good ground game. I think he's one of those. He's the Korean Zombies boy, one of them. You know what I mean? Very, very well, good ties with to the Korean Zombie. Jeka Sangarai, he's not bad, but sorry, man. You're just really not that. You're not that. This is a layup. This is a Yoo Sang layup. This is just a highlight reel. This is a highlight reel. It's first round KO for Yoo Joo Sang. He's 8-0. And I was watching him and I was very actually surprised that it's funny because I noticed him doing the sugar. So when with the head, you know, he looks back. He does that. He does the flinch. It strained my neck. He does that. He did it. I was like, hey. And he's, you know, I think this guy looks maybe very highly to Sugar Sean Omalley. Probably looks up to him, you know, as well as McGregor. Obviously, he's got that McGregor type esque style. But yeah, it was funny. I was like, he doing the same O'Malley little trick. But you know, leave a comment in the comments and tell me if anyone's done that before Sugar Sean Omalley. If you are listening, there's probably like 2 people out there listening. Give me these are good picks. We're gonna be winning some money. Man, I had a couple of good picks last weekend. I had a really good one with the Jordan Levitt sub. Man, first or second round, it was 6-1. It was like 9-1, whatever. But that's all good. All right. It was like, yeah, he was like 3.5, 4-1 sub. Anyway, all right. Losing track. Yoo Joo Sang versus Jacko Saragai. This is a layout for Yoo Joo Sang. Yoo Joo Sang, he's gonna get this and he's gonna make it look easy. It's gonna be a first round KO for Yoo Joo Sang. Highlight reel, first round KO. Moving on up the card. Nothing else to say about that. Keep your eye on him. Very, very good. Very good. So composed. Anyway, moving on up the card. Sergey Spivak versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Now, before I go any further, this card has got it's got rivals everywhere. It's got rivals. This is before I'm going up because you're gonna start noticing some now. Not this one yet, but sorry, I don't know why I put that in just then, but you know, whatever. Anyway, Sergey Spivak versus Walter Costo. Walter Costo, he used to be an ex like baseball player or whatever. And you know, he plays softball or something. And that's how he fights, you know. He doesn't seem like he's been fighting since he was like a little boy. Sergey Spivak seems like he's been fighting since he was 6 years old, you know what I mean? He's just got that. And I'm going with Sergey Spivak. But I'll tell you why. Waldo Cortez Acosta, yeah, good hands, powerful hands. And that's really all he's got. I mean, he doesn't have any ground game whatsoever. I don't think any. But yet he probably trains to just sit there and try and like defuse takedowns. That's about it. You know, this guy ain't taking no one down. I don't know. Anyway, but he probably has, whatever. But Sergey Spivak, he's better better everywhere in this fight. I think Sergey Spivak's better everywhere in this fight. But maybe not so much with the power and the one shots. The one shots with power, give it to Waldo Cortez Acosta. But everywhere else, Sergey Spivak. Sergey Spivak is most likely going to get a submission or points. Waldo Cortez Acosta, I can't see him knocking out Sergey Spivak, and that's all he's got, really. He's probably got the one round, and then after that, he is completely fucked. Sergey Spivak, he has a very good ground game. You know, he choked out Marcin Tybura. That was it. Choked out Marcin Tybura. Yeah. I just think that, you know, I feel there's a difference between the 15th and the 10th. It says Waldo is the 15th in the heavyweight. That's how crazy the heavyweight division's gotten. You've got an ex-baseball player at the top in the top 15, or ex-softball player. Wow, that's amazing. Top 15 too. Wow, softball player. Anyway, that actually pisses me off. The amount of fucking bullshit. I want Sergey Spivak to fucking get this guy out of here. Get him out of here, all right? Sergey Spivak by I'll go submission. Sergey Spivak submission any round. Sergey Spivak submission or points. Just play, but you know he's gonna win clearly. But yeah, Sergey Spivak submission or points. All right, moving on up the card. We have Ariane Lipski versus, Ariane da Silva. Lipski da Silva versus Kong Wang. Kong Wang, this is in the flyweight division. She is that chick that's beaten Valentina. She's that chick. I think she's one of the only ones that's given Valentina a loss in the regionals. I think apparently. Kong Wang, she's got very good. Like she's just got that, that power that not many women have. It's very rare. You don't want to miss this girl's fight. If you actually want to watch a chick fight, this is probably the one to watch. Kong Wang, because she's either just going to go out in her shield, like she just got subbed by that fucking Brazilian. She was literally piecing this Brazilian up and then just gets fucking choked out, man. She slipped the ball, but she was piecing her up. Got to give it to her. But she's fighting in this Brazilian Ariana de Silva. Now, De Silva, yeah, she's okay. I mean, she's okay, but nothing special. I mean, she's got good striking. She'd probably beat, literally just in a sparring session, 99% of the fucking world, of the men in the fucking world. That's how fucking lame men are becoming now. No offense. I love everyone, okay? I love everyone all the time. But anyway, this little chick, yeah, but she's mid-par, But then on the other side, you got Kong Wang. And this Kong Wang girl, I'm telling you, she is going to be knocking... She knocks girls out, okay? She's got that rare ability. Not many girls have that, where it's just like that one-shot immobilization, which is very, very good. And I do feel like she might get this. And I do feel like she will get this. I got Kong Wang in the second or third round stoppage by KO, TKO. I feel like if I'm gonna give Ariane de Silva the benefit of the doubt, I'm gonna give her the survival in the first round. But I feel in the second and third, she's not gonna like the power that's been thrown at her over time, and I feel like it'll crumble de Silva. So give me Kong Wang by second or third round KO. Moving on up the card, we have Bruno Silva versus Joshua Van. This one is a very good one, and it's a tricky. I feel like this is closer than what people think, and this is closer than what the odds think. Well, the odds may have it. Just a disclaimer, before we go any further, I don't actually look at the odds before the fights. All I've got is just looking at the photos of the fighters, and I'm just racking off, because this is all I do. I watch fights. It's literally all I fucking do. So I'm just racking it off. And yes, I do research and I do notes, but I'm just trying to keep it raw and first take, because you can, on the spot, you can think of some good shit, you know what I mean? But stay tuned. Anyway, so we have Bruno Silva versus Joshua Van. Now, this is the featured prelim of this is the last prelim fight apparently. Joshua Van is the big favorite against a Bruno Silva. Now, this is a closer fight than people may even tell you. Bruno Silva, very good grappler. I'm pretty sure he's pretty close with Henry Cejudo. He's pretty good boys with him. Not unless if you knew them in their circle and they probably had a falling out. Who fucking knows? But I'm sure. I don't know. I think they're boys. Very good. Kind of looks like fucking Henry Cejudo. And then on the opposite side, so Bruno Silva, very good at striking. He's got a wrestling base. On the opposite side, we have Joshua Van. He's known for his hands. He's got good hands. He's got good body shots, and then comes over to the head. Got good combos. Got very good IQ with his hands. He's got like that. He's the perfect build where. In saying that, right? So when he fought Tatsuro, the Japanese fella, he obviously wanted it to the ground. But you got to look at it in this sense of this Japanese bloke, Tatsuro, that fought Joshua Van, right? He does not have a frame to be choking people out in the first round. What are you doing? This Japanese guy should have been just sharpening his striking the whole time. And he went out there and fought a Joshua Van and tried to just take him down. You're not taking down a Joshua Van when you are literally a string bean. Come on, man. You are a little taller. Work on your striking. I'm sick of these people, these human beings with these body shapes where they're perfect for just those savage knees and elbows and stuff like this, and they just don't utilize that in any way, shape, or form. You have length. Use your length. Use your ability to keep it. Anyway, I'm sorry, getting off track. Joshua Van, everyone's got him winning. Everyone's got him winning. He's in the 12th. He's 12th ranked in the flyweight. And then on the opposite side, we have this Bruno Silva. Obviously, as I said, one of Cejudo's probably friends. I don't know, but he's got a good wrestling base, good striking, very giddy at the start. He's got good energy. Bruno Silva, love his energy. He's got a good will. He's 35, and you've got a guy in Joshua Van who's very young in his age, man. He's very young. He's only like 23, I think, or something. He's very young. But then on the opposite side, you got Bruno Silva. He's 35. Now I feel right. Joshua Van 13-2. Bruno Silva 14-6. This may shock people, but I've got Bruno Silva on decision. I've got Bruno Silva beating Joshua Van on decision. I feel Bruno Silva's will to not lose and to kind of play out this fight and use his experience, it's very real. Old man strength is a very real thing. When your body starts to adapting in over time as you age, you start to get a little denser. You start to get dad strength. It is a very real thing. Google it. Anyway, enough of that. Bruno Silva by decision over Joshua Van. Next fight, we have the first fight on the main card. Let's go. This is actually a pretty good fight. And this is one of the rivalries I was just kind of pondering. Patchy Mix is taking on Mario Batista. Patchy Mix coming from Bellator. Bellator was eaten alive by PFL, apparently, or something. Patchy Mix is a 20-1 record. Mario Batista has a 15-2 record. Mario Batista, in his last fight, went to a decision with Aldo. Now, I'll tell you this. There was controversy. I thought I had Aldo to win. I thought Aldo beat the last opponent in Zahabi. But no, I digress. And as 99% of the fucking fight world will probably just keep fucking moving on, and it's sad as fuck, that actually pisses me off. Aldo should have got both those wins, and it's fucked up. But anyway, let's move on. But, maybe Mario Batista actually got the win. I don't know. But for certain, Aldo beat Zahabi. But let's keep moving on. Let's not dwell on the bad vibes. Mario Batista takes on Patchy Mix. Now, Aldo, no, I would, come on. They're both Brazilian. Patchy Mix, come on. Come on. Him and Aldo, they are talking. Aldo's given him the blueprint. Come on, we all know. Aldo has given Patchy Mix the blueprint. I will just predict that. And I'll just think that. I think that Patchy Mix has the blueprint to beat Mario Batista. And I've got Patchy Mix winning on decision. Or, I'll give you a hypothetical. Mario Batista, very well-rounded. He's very good. He's actually one of those guys you watch and you're like, dude, this guy's got it. He's got like that thing. Yet he starts to fade sometimes, and it looked really bad. It looked really bad against Aldo. Now, when he fought his last fight. Now, you've got Patchy Mix, very good, very nice, patient striking. He's nice striking. Maybe if he was to move his head just a little more, I don't think it'd be mint. It'd be perfect. Maybe a little bit more light on the feet. Now, deadly on the ground. He's got submissions for days. He's deadly on the ground. His jiu-jitsu's is if not one of the most deadly in mixed martial arts at this point in time, apparently. But I honestly feel like if Mario Batista goes out there, starts getting comfortable, first, second round, starts to, go, okay, and things are going a bit, 50-50, there might be a world where Mario Batista just literally puts his head into a Patchy Mix guillotine and gets his head just clean, severed off. You know what I mean? Just gets snatched. His head might get snatched by Patchy Mix. But I honestly think that, you know what? If you want to go like Patchy Mix, either decision or submission, there is a world. There's a world where Mario Batista puts his head in a Patchy Mix guillotine. But I'll go with, fuck it. I'm going to go Patchy Mix. I think Mario Batista's going to get his head stuck in a guillotine, and it might be second or third round. I'm going to go Patchy Mix, second or third round guillotine. Patchy Mix, second or third round guillotine. Or rear naked choke. Or a submission. Anything. Any submission. Second or third round. Submission. Patchy Mix defeats Mario Batista. Moving on up the card, we have Vicente Luque versus Kevin Holland. Now, this is a funny one, because I would look at this fight similar to the Jack Della fight against Holland. Holland hated that. He didn't like that. He didn't like a guy that was pressuring, that was nice and cutting angles with his and uppercuts and using his boxing fairly precisely, you know. And a guy in Vicente Luque got his parents I think they're Taekwondo people, you know, fucking a dying trade. No, I'm just joking, but you know, kind of. But in the sense, a Taekwondo, you know, Taekwondo is very, you know, he's going to know, like, this Kevin Holland in and out movement, you know, that kind of striking. I like a Vicente Luque in this fight, and I know that he had this medical stuff probably, I think, good 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, something about a brain bleed, something like this. But I'm telling you right now, go and watch Kevin Holland fight Jack Della. Kevin Holland does not like that type of fight. Vicente Luque can bring that fight, I'm telling you. And for any fucking... So there was people out there in fucking 2022, I think it was, when Vicente Luque fought fucking Michael Chiesa. People were literally saying, oh, Vicente Luque, you know, all this fucking shit, you know, striker versus grappler in Michael Chiesa is the grappler. I was literally telling people at McDonald's in the drive-thru, I said, Vicente Luque is going to submit Michael Chiesa. It's going to go to the ground. I was literally telling people this. Vicente Luque was literally paying 15-1 just by sub. And what happened? He you know, he turned the tables and choked out a Chiesa. But regardless, Vicente Luque, this was when people would literally just call him Vicente Luque a striker. Anyway, that's not... Anyway, go ahead. Look, I don't know. That's... Hey, just racking it off, and I'm just going full first draft. Anyway, let's go. I've got Vicente Luque beating Kevin Holland in this one. And I've got a Vicente Luque decision. I've got a Vicente Luque beating a Kevin Holland by decision. Yep. Anyway, nothing more to say about that. Kevin Holland, he's not, you know, he's an on and off guy. And that's a very good, I in my opinion, I think that's a very solid take. And I'm not going to just go with the safe Kevin Holland. He's not safe. He's on and off. But, you know, Vicente Luque, I'm telling you, man, these Brazilians... You can't, if there's a Brazilian that's full locked in and he's fighting a guy like in an American that's on and off, go with the Brazilian. Fuck's sakes, man. We've already learned enough about this. Vicente Luque on decision over Kevin Holland. Moving on up the card. Kelvin Gastelum taking on a Joe Pyfer. This fight was supposed to happen not long ago. Joe Pyfer ended up getting some sort of sickness through water. He drank like really bad water. He got a stomach bug or something. You know, I can't see that, you know, I can't argue with that. They were in Mexico or something, apparently. So he probably drank some bad water. Yep, that's just sucks for him. He probably just drank out of a tap accidentally. And it was probably a filtered tap, you know. But then still, you know, that filter probably still harvests bacteria, Joe Pyfer. So you got to stick with bottled water, man. What are you doing? Can't be slipping. Can't be slipping like this, you know what I mean? Slip in the fight, you know, slip and dip in the fight, you know what I mean? All right. But, nevertheless, he's fighting on a guy in Kelvin Gastelum. Kelvin Gastelum has a chin. He has a chin, never been knocked out. And he's like that guy. He's the middleweight. He's the type of middleweight that's stocky and he's a bit wide. But he's very surprising with his hands. I'm telling you, he's actually... This guy can move for a little, like, candy apple type dude that's like in Kelvin Gastelum. He's like a burrito. He's literally a fighting burrito. He's got the body of a burrito. And it's hilarious, man. Or a taco, you know. It's just hilarious. He's a hilarious guy. Very good hands. But I can see a Joe Pyfer going out there. And I can see a Joe Pyfer ringing a Kelvin Gastelum's bell. Because Joe Pyfer, very good with his hands. Powerful. Apparently they're rating him, I don't see it, but, you know, they're rating him as one of the, if not the most powerful hitter in the UFC. I don't see it, maybe, because, you know, it happens on so many factors. It happens on just in the moment. You know, throwing your whole body weight in the moment. You can't just go off something that, you know, when you're out having some fucking goddamn, like, fucking quesadillas on a Saturday night and you're hitting a fucking thing with the fucking score. No, that doesn't do it. I'm sorry. That just doesn't do it. Or you're doing it at the UFC PI. That doesn't do it. It's all about momentum. It's all about in the moment. It's about, there's so many factors that involve. You can't say that. Anyway, Joe Pyfer, I can see ringing Kelvin Gastelum's bell. Kelvin Gastelum, he might make this a good fight too. I reckon he is gonna make it a good fight, but he's gonna have to take a couple of those powers. I don't think it's gonna take out Gastelum, but it's definitely gonna give him some problems, and he's definitely gonna start hearing some ringing in the ears. And then at this point, I feel like Joe Pyfer, just like his good friend Sean Brady submitted a Kelvin Gastelum. And I feel like this is what's going to happen here. I feel like Joe Pyfer is going to go out there. He is going to try and be the first one to knock Kelvin Gastelum out, as Sean Brady has said it in recently. Sean Brady thinks, obviously, Joe Pyfer is going to take out a Gastelum and be the first one. But in my opinion, I feel like he's going to ring Kelvin Gastelum's bell. And he's going to get a club and sub, baby. I'm going Joe Pyfer by second round submission. Moving on up the card. Let's get into it. This is the co-main of UFC 316. We have a Juliana Pena. She is defending the bantamweight belt, the bantamweight UFC belt, against a Kayla Harrison. Now, one thing to note, Kayla Harrison, she's very, very big. She's very big for this bantamweight division, and she has a lot of muscle, okay? Be wary of this. If you're going to look at all this in a betting stance, right, you want to be really careful that you want to remember that Kayla Harrison, if she doesn't do anything in the first maybe one or two rounds, I am going to tell you now, you've wasted your money. 3, 4, and 5. Hey, anything can happen. I can be wrong right now. But I'm telling you right now, she doesn't have 3, 4, and 5 in her. She does not have a gas tank like that. She doesn't have that. I'm telling you right now. I'm getting annoyed at people saying this. You know, she's not going to, yes, there is going to be a definite danger for Juliana Pena in the first 2 rounds. That's all I'm giving Kayla Harrison. Yes, she's 18-1. Yes, she's whatever. She's done this in the UFC. I feel like, it's just one of those things. She's going to come in here. Look what happened to Tatiana Suarez and Wei Li. No, I'm not in any way, shape, or form comparing this to the Wei Li and Tatiana Suarez fight. But in a Juliana Pena, where she actually can use her more mixed martial arts type style, shame on anyone out there going Kayla Harrison too, because in this fight right here, one of those rivalries. As I said, there's a few sleeper rivalries on this card that people have overlooked. Anyway, the Patchy mixed Merab Petit. There's the Aldo Patchy thing going on there. I guarantee it. Aldo's giving Patchy the fucking blueprints. Anyway, sorry. Sidetracking it. Kayla Harrison versus Pena. I've got Pena winning on a decision. Kayla Harrison's going to gas. She's going to gas, and she's going to be doing I don't think she's going to start kind of freaking out after the third. I don't think she's going to start going, this isn't going well for me, and I have nothing else left. And she's going to start piecing up, and there's going to be a Pena controversy, can go either way, and I see Pena getting the decision, and there's going to be a number 2. There's going to be a second fight. There's going to be a second fight. Juliana Pena is just going to edge it. Pena is going to edge this fight on a split decision, right? You heard it here first on Punches and Profits with your host Nick Hollins. I'm telling Pena, she's got that heart, and I feel like she's getting disrespected here. And it's not even just that. She's coming out here and she's going, it's just, again, you've got the well-rounded mixed martial artist, and then you've got a human being that's kind of sharpened something that she's going to be continuously sharpening for God knows fucking reason. And I'm going to predict that Kayla Harris has not fucking worked on her striking one fucking bit with her fucking hands or anything. And she's going to shit the fucking bed. Probably halfway through maybe through the fucking end of the second round. Or, close to getting to the second round, she's going to shit the bed. Pena's going to win. Pena's going to win to a split decision. Let's go, Juliana Pena. All right, moving on up the card to the main event of the evening. The rematch, 99% of the world says they don't want to see, but yet they're going to go, and they're probably going to wake up that morning going, I can't wait to fucking see it. It's a fucking sick fight. No one's died yet in this fight. They went to a decision. Let's fucking see someone fucking laying down. This is what the belts are for. The belts are for people to just reach that and literally take the cold temperature challenge. You know what I mean? Let's get some savageness going in this sport. Sean Omalley taking on Merab 2 in New Jersey. Again, in the same venue as when Sean Omalley entered the cage after Aljo beat fucking... won a decision to a fucking, to the bantamweight title, right? And then, obviously this is where Merab, clowned him and he didn't take the belt, he didn't take the jacket, Sean literally passed it to him. It's literally on camera, but anyway. And yet Merab's still playing into it. Dude, Sean literally handed you the fucking goddamn jacket. Just be a gentleman and hand it back, you know what I mean? And he did anyway, but don't be that guy. Don't be that kid in the corner that doesn't want to give the ball, but we know we're going to get the ball anyway. Alright. You know how I see this going? You got a guy that's been literally... It's like a car. Let's put this into perspective, right? Merab is a car and Sean Omalley is a car. The Merab car has been driving fuck knows how long, man. Like in the last, this guy's gone through a couple of wars. His mentality, go have a look at his interviews, the tone of his voice, it's not screaming the same. It really isn't. Go have a look. Go have a look. If you fucking don't believe me, go have a look at some of Merab Dwalishvili's fucking... He doesn't seem like he even has energy to fucking... He's not preserving it. That's not him. He doesn't do that shit. He ain't doing that shit. Sean Omalleys is the guy to show that he's preserving his energy. Sometimes he might let out that kind of aura where, he's screaming in the crowd after the last face-off, at the ceremonial weigh-ins, and he's doing that scream, war scream, as you fucking would as a human being. You're about to go into a fucking war, you know what I mean? And you are back to fucking just, you're basically putting your life on the line. Literally. You are literally putting your life on the line. Now, whether that you go into the mindset saying, nah, because Sean Omalley is the guy to do that. That's why he finishes people, right? Yet he's shown to be durable, okay? Give a fuck what anyone says. He literally showed that Merab can't finish him, okay? That's literally... So Merab's going into this fight just with the same game plan. The same fucking goddamn game plan that he did. Yet, you know what happened in the fucking first fight? And I'll tell you right now. They were painting a picture, and in the very first fucking second of the fight, Merab smirched the fucking picture and put a big fucking gash on that fucking painting, right? And it threw the whole fucking momentum of the fight. And if you don't fucking believe that... Get into a fucking ring or a cage and fight for your fucking self, man. It can throw just anything off. You got to be zoned in to the point where anything fucking matters, man. Anything can throw you off. That's why anything can happen in a fight. Merab is going to get hurt in this one. I feel like it's going to be the 6th round. And as I said, every fight's different. But as the great Islam Makhachev said when he fought Volkanovski or whatever, I think Volkanovski said that's the 6th round, but, in saying that, Merab, Sean Omalley found ways in the end of the 5th, and he started to, because in the first round of the fight, Sugar started to work the body with his hands. Now, he started to find success in the 5th, and started to wear on it. Now, I feel like with his teeps up the middle. Now, in this second fight, I feel Sean is going to start doing it early, doing the kicks to the body early. He's going to start really focusing in on the body, and then obviously Sean knows what to do from there. After a while, maybe even after 2 rounds, Merab's hands are going to start dropping, and this might be a late stoppage. We might end up seeing a late stoppage, or we might end up seeing a Sean Omalley dominant decision or a controversial decision, as there's some people that still probably won't let him win. But yes, Merab won the first one. I think he won the first one 3 rounds to 2. I think Omalley had maybe the first, or he had a round there, and then he had the 5th. But in this one, I've got Sean Omalley taking this win, man. I feel like he's more dialed. He's more dialed. If you're going to take a guy that, the social media and everything, it's the point of just dialing yourself in with no distractions. That is a big factor, but it's a small factor. But then again, you've got to look at it this way too. Sean O'Malley's, he has nothing to lose. Merab has everything to lose here. Merab has his whole fucking UFC fucking winning streak to lose here. He has the belt to lose here. He's been fighting very regularly. For a guy that's got the belt, and, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say he's fighting every goddamn fucking every day, But this guy's, he's up there with one of the most active guys with a belt. You know what I mean? And I reckon it's going to work against him. It's going to work against Merab in this one. And I've got a Sugar Sean peppering him to the body in the first second. He's going to start finding good. He's going to be really composed again. Composed. Just like that Sung Yung Woo bloke on this card as well. Composure. I think composure is going to play a very big factor here. I feel like Merab in the first one threw Sean's composure off just in that split second, because anything can happen. Anything can happen. And I feel like this one, Merab has a bit more than he can chew in this one. I feel like this is where the UFC wins train stops for Merab, the Machine, Dvalishvili. I got Sean Omalley in the main event for UFC 316 to win. Okay? KO or decision. Pick your poison. But Sean is winning. You go savage and go Sean and Pena to win, man. I'm telling you. That's a good little fucking two-legger, but whatever. I'm not going to tell anyone to do anything. But those two dogs, man, I got both dogs in the co-main and main event for UFC 316 in New Jersey. It's going to be a good card, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be some good fights. I can't wait. Yep. Some good fights. But anyway, thanks for listening. And if you enjoyed it this far, please hit the subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna do this till the fucking day I die. You're gonna be seeing me doing this. This is very good for me, for my personality, for my speaking ability, for everything. I've always been into this. I've been into fights since I was 8 years old. You know what I mean? I'm 31. That's a good couple of years. Whatever. But I've been into this shit. And if I want to put my prediction stuff out there, I'm doing it now, because there's too many people on this internet. They're getting some good calls, but I'm getting the ones they ain't calling. You know what I mean? And then times obviously we're calling the same shit. But anyway, but disclaimer, sorry for swearing. And Punches and Profits loves everyone. I love everyone. Just have some good times, man. Spread positivity. We're all in this together in the world. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is Punches and Profits with Nick Holland signing out. Peace.